Hey, what's going on, everybody? And I got some extra news for you today. So, hey, let's get right into it. What's up, everybody? I'm your man, Chris Thorns. As always, good morning, good evening. Excuse me, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you watch my content. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. So, ladies and gentlemen, got some news here for you. We got an update. An update we're gonna be playing now is the guy. If y'all remember, I did a story once about the guy who put his son on a treadmill and how he treated him while putting him on a treadmill. He put him on a treadmill claiming he was fat or whatnot, and the child ended up uh, dying or whatnot from the treadmill. Well, the update today is Christopher Gregor, his father, has been convicted, but not for first degree murder though. Somehow he got off on that. But let's get right to it. Listen to it.
Gregor faces 40 years in prison. He was remanded back to jail until his sentencing hearing August 2nd. To break the case down, let's go to our guest, Matt Murphy. He's a former homicide prosecutor, lots of experience in cases like this one. First, your reaction, and why was Gregor only convicted of aggravated manslaughter and not first-degree murder, do you think?
So this is always a little bit tough on juries, Elizabeth. This is what's known as an implied malice murder. In other words, the law basically says that if you act in a way where you show reckless disregard for the safety of another person, and you do it with a depraved or malignant heart, is the language that's commonly used in most state statutes. It means you can be convicted of murder. So even though there's no intent to kill, so that can be a difficult concept. But look, this was a win. Okay, this was make no mistake about it. A second-degree murder, which is what this is in California, we would have charged this as a second. So an accidental death in a child abuse case, you get a parole hearing in California after 12 years on that. In the state of New Jersey, it is 10 to 30 years for aggravated manslaughter, and then on top of that, he can be separately sentenced consecutively for the child endangerment for the Treadmill video. So he's looking at plenty of time. This means the defense essentially lost. I just got a comment here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm watching this guy shake his head when the verdict came in. I mean, that is just like, it just shows such a disregard for the process. Look at that right there. That drives me crazy. And I'm sure that move right there was not missed by the judge. That is going to cost him time. Yeah. That one gesture right there will cost that man time.
Defense attorneys, we just heard from his defense attorney saying this is a really tough case. He actually told the jurors, quote, "You're not going to like McGregor. I don't care if you don't like him, but Corey's death had absolutely nothing to do with that treadmill." Clearly, the jury didn't buy it. We have to point out that video, which was from a security camera in a gymnasium, this treadmill incident where he was forcing this poor little boy to run on this treadmill. He fell 6 times hard, and then he kept putting him back on over and over and over again. This was 13 days before he died. Police, the defense here called witnesses, Dr. Michael Baden, who said he didn't die from his injuries that he sustained that day.
Yes, and thank goodness this jury saw through that. Frankly, like I wanted to do that cross-examination. This is a win for the prosecution. They should be congratulated for this. But I wasn't super impressed with their cross of Baden, who I've wanted to cross-examine my entire career.
Yeah.
You learn in law school, you're taught never take on an expert in their field of study. But in my experience, you get right in the dish of a forensic pathologist like this, and you read his articles, whatever he's published, times he's testified before, and they really didn't do that. So thank goodness, that this jury did the right thing. They saw through that. They rejected Baden. I think the defense lawyer here did a very good job with what he had to work with.
Very quickly. Yep. Police say that that Gregor also searched, quote, "Will red marks turn into bruises on his phone? And can your phone be tracked in airplane mode?" It's worth noting, after this little boy died at the hospital, the father left his body alone at the hospital and drove to Arkansas. It looked like he was fleeing.
It looked like he was on his way to Mexico. That's right. And I mean, just those searches alone, it is I mean, I can say this now that he's been convicted, but it's infuriating. And you look at those bruises on that little boy, the bite marks on his forehead, the bite mark on his hip, the petechial hemorrhaging in his eye. I mean, those are all the classic telltale signs of abuse. And if I can spot that as a lawyer, this system really failed this little boy until today.
Boy, it sure did.
Today, the system finally worked. The jury did the right thing. And look, our system isn't perfect, and juries often, they sometimes can get it wrong. Cases like this demonstrate that we really do have the best system in the world. And this judge, if I had to call it right now, I predict he's going to hammer this guy at sentencing.
We'll see soon. Matt Murphy, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me give credit where credit due. That is News Nation take on the case or whatnot. So that is not my content. It is their content. All right, they don't want to put this out here, and I'm pretty much sure there's other outlets that has put it out there as well. Okay. And again, he has been found guilty of aggravated manslaughter and child endangerment in the death of over 6-year-old son, Corey. I can't say his last name. Jurors rejected a murder charge in the case. Christopher Gregor has been found guilty of aggravated manslaughter of his 6-year-old son after jurors saw surveillance videos showing the New Jersey father deliberately increasing the speed of the treadmill that the boy was running on. The verdict in the death of Corey comes Friday following a 4-week trial in Ocean County Superior Court for Gregor, who was also charged with first-degree murder and child endangerment in March 2022. So he's happened to 22. While the jury found Gregor guilty of aggravated manslaughter and child endangerment, they rejected the more serious murder charge against him. Aggravated manslaughter could carry a prison term to 10 to 30 years. Had he been convicted of murder, Gregor could have faced life in prison. Jurors watched a disturbing video from March 2021 of the 31-year-old Gregor repeatedly pressing the speed button of Corey, ran on a treadmill, causing the boy to fall off the machine 6 times. The incident did not kill Corey, but the prosecution argued that Gregor's overall cycle of abuse ultimately led to his son's death. Gregor inflicted blunt force injuries on Corey the day he died as a punishment after the boy's mother was, was 14 hours late bringing him home. Assistant Ocean County Prosecutor Christine Lento argued. Okay. I said when I first initially did this, when I found out that it was a little dispute about custody, wherever the case may be, it was something going on with the parenting, or it was a custody or some kind of dispute that was going on. And I wonder what made him do this though, and I just heard it right there. So he upset with the mom because the mom took too long. Let me make sure I read that right. On the day he died as punishment after the boy's mother was 14 hours late bringing him home. So he took it out on this boy because his mom was late, not taking it out on the mom and tell the mom, hey, you 14 hours late, but you took it out on the child because the mom was 14 hours late in bringing him home. This got to be the stupidest shit that I ever heard. If you got a big old problem with that, then your big grown ass supposed to handle that with the mom, okay? You supposed to handle that with the mom. But here's another thing I want to say about that, though. So what? She brought him home 14 hours late. He got home and he was safe. That sounds like somebody who's controlling and somebody who was waiting to do more abuse to his son because it appears he already was doing it. I don't know how good y'all saw that video where they're showing all the marks that the boy had on him, but this man been doing some damage to this boy, okay? He was doing some damage on this boy. So since he can't take it out on the mom, guess what he did? He took it out on his son. Same thing I say with a lot of moms. When they get mad at the dad, who they take it out on? They take it out on the children because they can't get to the dad. And I told you with me, it's different when the dad does it, okay? Now, I guess if it's safe to say, he got lucky and got past the first degree murder. He got lucky and got past that. You know, because again, what they saying right here, according to the video, I guess the video that they saw him making around the treadmill wasn't sufficient enough to say, hey, you know, that will cause this death. Again, I'm ignorant. I don't know how the law work when it comes to stuff like this. I don't know how the courts work. I don't know how none of this stuff. And I ain't even trying to find out because I'm not out here trying to kill anybody. I'm not trying to go that far where I want to risk my freedom just to go behind jail because I'm a possessive, evil, angry son of a bitch that I want to sit up here and kill a child. Not a child, but a child that is my own. Okay? A child that is on my own. I am not going to risk my life going to jail to kill my child. Now, when I kill somebody fucking with my child, there'll be something different. But to harm my child because I'm upset with the mom over something petty because she brought her home 14 hours late. I'm telling y'all, just when y'all think y'all heard the worst is yet to come. Okay, just like this story I did about the woman. Kept feeding her baby Mountain Dew. The baby was diabetic, and the baby is gone. All right, because she, most of the time, she fed the child Mountain Dew through a bottle. Okay, mixed with formula. Again, 4-year-old with a bottle. What's the 4-year-old doing with a bottle? You know, I don't know. I mean, these generation of mothers and fathers, I don't know what the hell gotten into them, but it's something serious. It is something real serious, okay? So that is the update to this. You know, there's not much more I can really say about it. You know, I'm glad it's moving forward, and I'm glad it's moving in a direction that it needs to be moved into, you know. And I'm like what the guy said, yeah, when his sentencing come, they could probably throw the book at the dude, you know. He probably gonna get life, but he's just gonna get a whole lot of years in jail. I don't know if he's gonna get the possibilities of parole. I don't know. We just have to wait and see what happens with that. But this is the first step in getting justice for that young fella right there, or what he did to his own damn child. This is sad. And again, guys, it hits different when I hear when y'all do this to y'all children. It hits different for me. You know, I don't understand. You know, we have a lot of story with the mothers doing this fuck shit, but when the dads turn around and do this fuck shit, man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Cause at this point now, when you look at the mom doing it, now the dad doing it, you got a lot of story where the grandparents doing it. Again, the question had to be asked: where can the kids go now to be safe with family? If everybody in the family is bullying them and hurting them, where do they got to go? I don't know. I wish I had the answer, but unfortunately, I don't have the answer. But maybe the answer maybe the question will be answered before my last day on this earth. We'll see. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, and I'll catch y'all next time. Thank you for listening.